choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Be hating and talking and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm Peyton. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me. Cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apologies. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy's home, you know I own all the property. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose.
We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 and the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Los Angeles Chargers. In the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Anthony Schwartz going to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Herbert on the first play wants to pass it. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Herbert now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Here's Herbert. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
A gain of 46 yards on the play. And the Browns first down.
On first down, Justin Herbert. This is caught. Touchdown, Browns. David Njoku, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
11 MT. 11 MT. 11.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Greg Newsome. And the Browns will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true to you, because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's got some space here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
And that's how you shake off the interception you throw in the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
All fine, ready?
Burrow going for it on 4th. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Chargers 7.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mixon with a first down carry. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
11 MP, hey! 11.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. Inside handoff to Mixon, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
11 Thomas. 12.
Now they bring the tight end in motion right. Mixon will score. Touchdown, Chargers.
Did my eyes deceive me? Or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 2nd and 9, Herbert. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Herbert. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD.
The mistake there by the offense, Charles, they tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick six.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Here's Schwartz bringing it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
From the 25 on 2nd down, Herbert. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Herbert on 3rd down now. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. He's got a man, complete. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not working for him.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well. So give some credit to the defense.
York able to sing this one through, and that'll bring them back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here we go.
The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
11 MT tight. 11 MT tight.
Again, it's Mixon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 94 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
A pretty decent gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third down, Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Mixing up the middle. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Hopkins' kick is good. And they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Herbert on first down now. Try to lay one up deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, their first two drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Herbert dancing to his left. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Some touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Charger drive about to get going. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working, but they run it more effectively. They may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a give to Mixon. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here we go.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. A handoff to Mixon, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage with just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down.
I'm one, ready?
They'll run with Mixon, and I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now it's Herbert. And his throw here is incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in to get some points.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Out of the gun, Herbert. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back to throw here, Herbert. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. To the air again, Herbert. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Third and 2, Herbert. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. And the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. Cade York on now for the field goal. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. York able to send this one through, and that'll bring him back within 4. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're coming off a fourth down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they wanted to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on fourth down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Again, it's Mixon. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Got his man. It's Williams. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That's taken on the 25. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Hunt's going to run left. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Herbert. It's caught. Cooper. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Herbert now. Flush to his right. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Here's Herbert. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his second interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
The Charger drive about to get going. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And some room to run now. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. 163 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Once again, they run with Mixon. Powers through it. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 45-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Charger first down.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
11.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
A 46-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this is a unit that needs to get in gear if they want to play for a conference championship next weekend. Down 7 here in the 4th and a very critical drive upcoming. A run there on 1st down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Back to throw. Herbert. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. Handoff up the middle. Hunt. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
taken down at the 50-yard line. The gain of 5 brings up 2nd down and 5.
Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Slot man moves right. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
And the Browns' 1st down.
Now Herbert. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And the slot man goes in motion left. Throwing, Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. In motion left, that's Cooper. Herbert. Looking deep downfield. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25.
Here we go.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 40.
13 yards on the play.
To throw, Burrow. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
10 more yards. That's another Chargers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This to book a trip to the AFC title game. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And this home crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pulled it out of the end. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now